What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking at Matt Walsh. Apparently, he debated this transgender woman who struggles with what is a woman question, which is so hilarious. How do you struggle with what is a woman as a question? That's how far and low in society we have gone, to the point that what is a woman is an actual question that needs to be said, that needs to be uttered. Honestly, you guys don't even understand how. I'm not even going to get into it right now. Let's go. Let's just go.
Hi, Matt. I'm transgender. I'm born and raised here in New Mexico. I have a graduate degree in information technology, marketing, business, and finance. I own my own home. I pay taxes. I have a six-figure job. I'm a respected professional in Albuquerque. I'm a mother. My life experience is that I'm an awesome person. I am well-liked. I'm responsible.
Don't really care about you.
I think I'm pretty cool.
Just right off the bat, if you have to say all of those things about yourself, you're most likely not that. Let other people speak for you. Do not come on some type of podcast or some type of platform to say, I'm these type of things, I'm this, I'm that. That just makes you look pretentious. It makes you, I don't know, a lot of people like humility. Show humility when you are in public. Trust me, a lot of people would appreciate that. Just show humility, but let's keep going.
You touched on something. You said something earlier that for you, when somebody calls you a man, it doesn't faze you because, you just know that you're a man. That was interesting to me because I feel the same way about my identity as a woman. My question leading up to this, you've asserted that no one would ever see me as a woman, that nobody would ever see or could see a transgender person as a woman.
No.
And yet, I have dozens of friends
Delusional.
from diverse backgrounds. Women from the reservation, a woman from Japan, several immigrant women. I have my coworkers, I have my boss, my VP, my CEO, all respecting me as a woman. My family, my long-term friends who are actually here with me.
God damn, Matt Walsh hasn't even talked yet. This is a long-winded ass question. Get to the point, first off. Second off, they are all just playing a part in your delusion. They're just helping you stay delusional. I work with mentally ill people, and when they say delusional things, I usually, try to, back it off, except, at some point you kind of have to, work with them a little bit. You kind of got to meet them in the middle. That's what they're trying to do with you. They're trying to meet you in the middle right now. That's all they're trying to do is meet you in the middle.
All of these people assure me, I'm a woman. They'll tell me, girl, there is no way you are a man. They see me as a woman. So the question,
that's so sad.
How can you assert that nobody would ever see me as a woman when my material experience tells me you're wrong?
Okay. It's interesting that that's the part of my talk you chose to ask a question about, because that's not in my talk at all. I don't believe I said that no one would ever see you as a woman. I mean, it's possible, I suppose, that you could fool someone. Now, you brought this up, so I have to tell you that you brought this up. You've put your identity on the table for conversation. And so I'm going to say you wouldn't fool me at all. I mean, I see a man 100%.
Yes.
And I think that most people would. Now, the fact that you have people in your life who are saying to you, oh, you're totally a woman, it's exactly what I'm talking about. No one in my life has ever once said to me, you're totally a man, Matt. If a friend of mine called me on the phone and said, listen, Matt, I want you to know you're really a man, I would think that there was something wrong with him. I would say, why are you saying that at all? It doesn't make any sense. So the fact that this is a
Sorry to interrupt him, but man, that was a good point. I got to hurry up while my thoughts are still here. That was a good point. He said, nobody ever has to tell me, oh man, you're definitely a man. There is no way you're not a man. What the hell? I know that. I'm a man. If you're a man, nobody needs to affirm to you that you are a man. If you are a trans person, to put it nicely, people have to affirm to you that that's what you are for you to even feel like that's what you are. You will need people to refer to you as a specific pronoun. If a person called me a pussy or whatever, or a girl, it would be probably because I'm acting like a goddamn, pussy. But that's it. That's it. Nobody needs to affirm to me that I'm a man. I know that. He knows that. Apparently, you don't know that, but hey, let's get to it.
Conversation to begin with tells me it only proves the point that I'm trying to make, that your identity, even in your own mind, is up for it's something that you need to be assured of. Now, what I would like to ask you again, because you're standing here, and so you've brought your identity on the table for discussion. So, how do you know that you're a woman?
It was first when I heard transgender persons describe their experience in their own words, and this was only about 2 years ago. Hearing somebody describe things, it was a woman from like England, describing her experience, her childhood, her teenage years, and it blew my mind to be listening to her, because it was just some podcast that I was listening to while I was like doing laundry. But it blew my mind to hear somebody so eloquently and precisely describe things that I had experiences
What
that
was
I
the
had
description?
experienced.
What did they say?
Yeah.
Okay, so I am honestly hesitant. I know that you touched earlier about the difficulty that transgender women might have in describing their identity, but I want to state I honestly don't feel that you would engage in this conversation in good faith.
She doesn't know anything that she said. She can't even remember. That's what it is. She cannot even remember what she said. I honestly don't think you're going to engage in a conversation with humility, honestly. Really? Really? He asked you a genuine, straightforward question. You cannot answer the question, so you're backpedaling. That's what you're doing. You are literally just obfuscating. Is not the word. I think that's the word. Obfuscating. Who knows? But let's keep going.
Okay?
But why are
And
you here?
so-
Why did you stand up to talk to me if you don't want to have a conversation? You're saying that you discovered that you're a woman. I'm asking you how you did. That's a very fair question.
Okay.
How do you know that you're a woman?
That's fine.
This is
All right.
hilarious.
So first of all, listening to transgender people, and it was like, okay, this is a one-off, one person describing these things. Things like looking at yourself in the mirror and not recognizing yourself. Hearing compliments like, you are such an example, like a positive masculine role model. And just hearing that and being like, it feels like they're talking about somebody else. It means feeling alone, even when you're surrounded by guys, even when you have a lot of friends. And I was active in like Boy Scouts. I'm an Eagle Scout. I had great masculine role models my whole life. And yet I never felt like I belonged. I felt welcome and
But
included.
why does that make you a woman?
Yeah.
Because
As opposed to just a man who doesn't get along with some other men, or a man who's depressed, or
Or a man that's delusional. I'm sorry to interrupt them again, but I'm just saying that's just delusion. I'm sorry. That's all it is. That's all this is. You are not a woman just because you don't feel comfortable in a man's body. Just because you do not feel comfortable in the social settings that men put you in. That just means that you're more feminine by nature. That's all that means.
a man who doesn't feel at home totally in his body, which, by the way, is a pretty universal human experience. Everybody goes through it at one time or another. So in what way does that make you a woman, though? And it's interesting, you're telling me that you listen to the experiences of other transgender people.
Well, yeah.
But what about women?
So
Because trans women are women, you would say, right?
I would say that. Yeah.
Exactly the same?
Yes.
Okay, well then why do
Well-
you need to hear the testimony of trans, quote unquote, trans women? Like how you pick any actual woman in this room. In what way do you know that you belong in the same category as them?
I know because they tell me. So here was the.
You need them to tell you what you are?
You need. God damn, he is goddamn fast. Whoa, he is fast. This guy's fast. That's little. I'm just gonna keep going. He got it.
Women. Yes. I trust the opinions of the women around
And
me.
if most women-
It's incredible. You might try it sometime.
If most women voted and said they don't see you as a woman, would you say I'm not a woman anymore?
If who?
If most women voted and said they don't see you as a woman anymore, would you then relent and say I'm not a woman?
I would say most people on the planet have no idea who I am. I'm going to trust the opinions of the people who've spent their lives with me.
But you are relying on other people to tell you who you are, is what we're establishing.
For context, I know you like to think, I know you like to say, everybody's rah-rahing and supporting transgender people, and yet they're still killing themselves, etc. But I'm standing.
This had nothing to do with what he just asked you. He asked you, so we just established that you need other people to tell you who you are. Regular women don't need other people to tell them that they're a woman. Men don't need other men or other women to tell them that they're men. So what are you trying to say here? He's just trying to establish a commonality in thought with you, and you can't even do that. This is how delusional some of these people, mostly the trans activists, are. You can't even establish common ground with them because they just think fundamentally on a different level than you. Not even a different level, just a different plane. But yeah.
Standing here in a room full of people applauding you and asking questions like, how can I put out legislation here in New Mexico, my home state I grew up in, to try to reverse transgenderism? I'm not safe.
What?
And
How are you not safe? You just said you're standing in a room with people who disagree with you and you're perfectly fine. So how are you not safe? Okay, look, we're going round and round. You don't want to answer any of the questions. Maybe we'll end with this because we're talking about womanhood. So people can probably shout out the question I'm going to ask you right now.
Okay.
But you know that you're a woman.
Yes.
What is that?
So gender is a social thing. It only
I don't
makes
want to hear
sense.
that. What is a woman? What is a woman?
What is a woman?
The word woman, define in the dictionary. Go.
A woman is somebody who is included and respected and seen and participates in society, recognized by other women. If you speak with...
Wait, you literally could just say the same exact thing that she just said, but about a man. Recognized by other women? Yeah, women recognize men and they respect men and they, do all of that stuff for men too. What are you trying to say? That is not the definition. That is simply just you obfuscating again. I don't understand what this is. This is crazy. This makes my head hurt. I'm sorry, it does.
With women.
Circular definition.
That's mine. Whatever.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, that was it. That was the video. Over with. Over with. Thank goodness she is done talking. Or he. Or it. No, oh my God, that's offensive. I don't want to be offensive on this channel. Not gonna lie to you, I'm trying to tone down my stuff for this channel. I'm trying to, be a bit more entertaining. You know what I mean? But with that being said, that was a good video. Matt Walsh is very smart. He's very articulate. He knows what he's doing. He's been doing this for a while. I think he said 9 years the other day. I seen him on Twitter. He said 9 years. But yeah, with that being said, my name is Jay Dottie. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Peace.